Hello, thank you for joining me. See, what I'd like to show you in this video, as I promised in the last video, to show you how to put a curtain wall in, but then I got distracted by the roof, and showing you how to attach the exterior walls to the roof. Anyway, that was kind of a prep for putting in our curtain walls. We had to do that first, but now let's go ahead and put in some curtain walls and show you how that works. It's okay to do it in a 3D view like this, but I think you get a lot more control if you can go into an some sort of orthographic view where you can see things square on, perpendicular, and parallel. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's put our curtain wall embedded in this wall. A curtain wall can stand alone as a wall, but typically it looks better sometimes. Like in this application, it looks better if it's embedded into another wall. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to our Home tab, go to Wall, let's scroll down to Curtain Wall. And it's already selected for me, but if you need to find it, it's all the way down at the bottom of your walls. It's a selection. And I'm going to do the Storefront Curtain Walls. I demonstrated in class there are a couple different ways of doing walls. If you go to the regular Curtain Wall 1 or Exterior Glazing or Storefront, you go from a situation where it's more manual. You're going to have to cut out the wall like with the Curtain Wall 1, which is with the regular curtain wall. Then you have to put in your grid lines and you have to put in your mullions. The Storefront Curtain Wall allows, it's a lot more automated, but you lose a lot of that flexibility. But for this demonstration, let's go ahead and do Storefront Curtain Wall. And let's go ahead and draw it in here. What it's going to do is it's going to embed that wall within the other wall. And we'll just put that at an arbitrary distance. Now, because I kind of drew this in a counterclockwise manner, it puts the wall on the wrong side. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that. And let's check our dimension. Let's make that a permanent dimension and pull that dimension out. Oh. Accidentally, okay, come on. Let's do Control Z a couple times and put that back. Okay. Back in the curtain wall, make that a permanent dimension. You have to be careful what you selected. What I selected was the floor. And if you get in a situation like that, do Control Z, kind of back up to where you were before, and I think it'll be just fine. So remember, our wall is 25 feet wide. So let's make that curtain wall about 20 feet. So if you click in that wall, you'll notice there's a phantom line back there that kind of shows you everything that's associated with that wall. We're going to make that 20 feet. And just to be safe about this, just let me make sure that with that last error I didn't move my walls around. So I'm going to put an aligned dimension and dimension that wall, and I should say 25 feet. So the desire here also, if I go back to my aligned dimension, is to put some dimensions here on the side that are going to be equal to each other. So there's that dimension, and then this dimension. These should be equal to each other. And how do we do that? Well, let's do this. This is every 20 feet, so we just need to move the curtain wall over a little bit. And the reason why we want those dimensions to be the same is we want the curtain wall to appear to be centered in the middle of that wall. It looks kind of weird if there's really no exterior reason why that wall should be anything other than centered. So it should be 2 foot 6 inches, so we type in 2 single quote and then 6, enter. Now we have 2 permanent dimensions on the outside, say 2 foot 6, a 20 foot curtain wall in the middle. Let's see what that looks like in a 3D view. And you would have the ugliest house in the neighborhood if you had something like that sticking out of your roof. It'd get dirty real quick, it'd have mold on it, and birds would roost on it. You know what comes after that. So we're going to have to make modifications to that. So I'm going to save that for the next film.